will be sacrificing my firstborn child and every child after in order to complete Project LeBron. Today I'm going to give you guidelines on how to create greatness through Project LeBron. Here's some guidelines we're going to go over throughout this entire video. The first one, and very key, is abandonment. You see, LeBron James was raised by a single mother, and that's what we need to replicate in this experiment. It'll create extreme focus within their eye temples to create the greatest hooper known alive. And whether you're a single mother or a single father raising this child, that trauma will create an internal greatness that only goes through the game of basketball. A dedication to the game through trauma. We have to start at the very beginning as well, infancy. After they are born, they are only consuming protein and mineral-packed breast milk while carrying a weighted vest. Basketball will be their only toy, like in the small orange basketball will be their only toy throughout this entire time. Our main goal here is to make sure the baby's first words isn't mama or papa or dada or whatever the hell, but it's a legacy, and we have to start off right. As you can clearly see, this is our end goal. This is what we want. And after the child is born and through that infancy stage, we're going to go to early preparations. So the moment they even touch the age of 1 all the way to the age of 10, this will be the year-round routine for the child. First, in the beginning year, we're going to be focusing on film. Constant pick and roll, zone and man, running plays, everything under the Sheboygan line of basketball. Now, I'm not talking about D1 or college hoops. I'm talking straight NBA hoops. They will learn everything through this film for the next 10 years. And then near the springtime is when they'll develop their game. That's where we will relentlessly train them on their jump shot, on their overall defense, on their skill and IQ of basketball. In the summer months is when the Coach Carter training method begins. Constant weight rooms, 100-degree stamina training, running in the heat. And then every day before they leave the gym, they must hit 500 push-ups and 500 free throws in a row. If they miss one free throw, they have to restart the 500 push-ups, then do the 100 free throws. And then through the fall, that's when the LeBron appreciation time begins. Through this time, they'll be focusing on LeBron highlights and LeBron podcasts, truly getting the mentality of LeBron James. Then by the summer months and the end of the the winter months and the end of the year, that's when we begin building that mindset. That's where we practice meditation, trying to reach nirvana. And also we might use some salvia and DMT around this age as well to make sure their brain is fully calibrated. Each of these will be mainly focused, as you can kind of see throughout the years, but all throughout this time they'll be practicing everything all at once, with the major focuses throughout the seasons. After they reach the age of puberty, that's where we begin the acceleration process. That's where we implement Gatorade Boost. After puberty, this one begins. We inject growth hormone, peptides up the wazoo. We have a concentrated diet tuned for greatness. Even if that means eating human meat, this person will be great. And then also around this time is when we'll socially isolate them and really implement the idea that ball is life. As you can see with this chart as well, as they grow older, they'll reach a certain percentage of greatness. And then this is where we deviate from the LeBron storyline and target something even deeper. We need to implement tragedy to increase the success of Project LeBron. We must have a great tragedy occur in front of the subject. Example, we must eliminate a cousin, aunt, uncle, or even their closest coach in front of them. They must perish in front of them to have a detailed backstory that will push them even further. And then for this next part, we're becoming 3 stages all at once: testing and the decision. For testing, there's 4 chapters. We got beat the best local hoopers. So that's where the first initial test is, where we go to a local YMCA, local parks, and late at night, or just like throughout the day, and where the Project LeBron will beat local hoopers. If he passes that, he'll beat 5-star hoopers, 5-star prospects in high school. And at level 3, he'll defeat D1 prospects on one-on-one runs. And then finally, if he passes all that, he'll finally be able to beat former and current NBA players on ones and gain their knowledge and power. And at any point, the subject does not meet up to the standards or greatness. That's when we have to restart the entire process from birth and terminate the current subject to make sure that mistake never happens again. And then finally, living through his greatness. Once your prospect finally reaches the NBA and gets that supermax contract, that's when you can finally live the life of luxury that you've dreamed of. That's where you buy the mansions, that's where you buy the supercars, that's where you live through their greatness and success. And then make sure, the most important part is LeBron's legacy. The subject must never exceed LeBron's greatness, like that's even possible though, but merely replicate it to a max 90% threshold. So they never should be able to exceed LeBron's greatness, merely replicate partially of it. And then finally, once money gets tight, or if you just feel like doing it again, rinse and repeat. Do the same process over and over and over and over again until you have 20 bronze in the league. I don't care if you have to use cybernetics in the future. You must be rinsed and repeated. That's Project LeBron for you. Thank you.